Hey Juliet, I have band 7 in the IELTS. What would be the equivalent in the PTE? Hey Juliet, my school requires 6.5 score in IELTS. So if I want to write the PTE, because they also need PTE, what score should I be aiming for in the PTE? Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Juliet, and in case you're new here, I'm a Pearson Test of English tutor. Consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button because it's free. In today's video, basically, we'll be looking at score comparison between the IELTS and the PTE. Now, I get these questions a lot of times, even on one of the Facebook group I belong to. Someone just raised that question recently, and that's what we'll be looking at. Now, both the IELTS and the PTE are English tests required by some countries or some universities for migration, work, and study purpose. They are both English tests. Now, the thing is, a lot of people know the IELTS because it's been here longer than the PTE. I hope I'm right. A lot of people know the IELTS. More countries accept the IELTS. More schools accept the IELTS than the PTE. But that doesn't mean that the PTE is not popular and doesn't have its own advantages. Remember, I'm a Pearson Test of English tutor. That is, I'm a PTE tutor. And PTE is a very interesting English test. I love the PTE. That's why I'm a tutor of the PTE. Now, if you want to really know the score comparison between the IELTS and the PTE, try to stay with me to the end of this video because I'm going to be showing you how you can compare the scores. I want you to also know that sometimes in 2020, the official Pearson academic, that is the owners of the PTE exam, they came up with a score. Now, they had some scores that were equivalent to the IELTS and other English exams like the TOEFL IBT. But in 2020, they came up with an updated score that will really align with the IELTS score so that universities and countries can accept that. However, despite the fact that they have updated the score, they have not forced universities and countries to accept the scores from test takers. That means that even if you're going to be scoring 5.5 in the IELTS, its equivalent will still be the same thing. That means that these scores have not been accepted yet, or universities have not said that, oh, this is the new score we'll be taking. They are still accepting the same 50, 65, or 79 as the case may be. Okay, so I'm just going to be going through the scores. I'm going to show you the old scores, the old PTE scores, and I will also show you the updated scores and how they align with the IELTS score. Now, remember that I said this old score is still the score that is in use despite the updated one by the original owners of the Pearson Test of English. Now, your question that says, oh, Juliet, the school says I should give 5.5 in my IELTS. What would be the equivalent in the PTE? I'm going to be responding to it. Oh, Juliet, I need 7 in the IELTS. I have 7 in the IELTS. Now, what will be the equivalent in the PTE? So I will know if that is what the migration unit or department requires from me. I'm also going to explain that here in this video. So we can see that the PTE academic, you will see here in bracket original, we still have scores of 30, 36, 42. We still have scores of 50, 58, 65. Now, prior to this time, if you're looking for 50, is equivalent to, they say it's competent English, which is 6 in the IELTS. Also, if you're looking for 7 in the IELTS, is equivalent to 65 in the PTE. I'm using the old score, which is still the one in use. Okay, don't get it confused. Then if you get 79, it's still 8.0 in the IELTS. That's 8.0 in the IELTS will be 79 in the PTE. Then we'll have a score like 9.0 in the IELTS, which will give you like 86 in the PTE. Now, what has changed? What has changed is 29 in the PTE will be 4.5 in the IELTS. Yes, people look for those kind of scores, especially if you're just the spouse of the primary applicant here in Australia and they just need functional English from you. You could get in scores like 29 or 23, which is like 23 is 4.5 of the IELTS, 29 is 5.0. That means that if you have 29 in the PTE, to be equivalent to 5.0 in the IELTS. Then if you have 5.5, it will be 36 in the PTE in the updated score. Juliet, how about if I have 6.0 in the IELTS? In the updated score, it will be 56. Then if you have 7.0 in the IELTS, in the updated score, it will be 66. If you need 8.0 in the IELTS, it will be equivalent to 84 in the PTE. However, this updated score, like I've been saying over and over again in this video, is not in use. PTE or Pearson said that they have not enforced universities or countries or migration units or whatever departments in countries to start demanding these scores from test takers. Okay, that means that you can still have 50, which is 6.0 equivalent in the IELTS. So I'm trying to explain it to you. So it means that the old score is still in place. Nobody knows when the new scores will take place. Now for the new score, if they need you to get 7.0 in the IELTS, the equivalent in the PTE will be 66. It will no longer be 65. I hope that makes sense. So the problem of oh Juliet, what's the difference? Why are you confusing us? It's not supposed to confuse you anymore. That is why I'm making this video, because I've heard these questions over and over again. So I deemed it necessary to come here and share this scores with you. So remember, we have the old scores and we have the updated scores. However, the updated scores are not in use yet. The old scores are still in use. So in case a school says that they need 7.0 from you for IELTS, it means that what they're simply saying, if you want to write PTE, you could give them 65. That means 65, 65, 65, 65 across the 4 modules. That's the four modules of speaking, writing, reading, and listening. I hope this will help you. Okay. Now there were some questions they asked. They said, oh, are schools forcing people to give them these new ones? No, I have said it before. I'm saying it again in case somebody wants to still ask me that kind of question. I saw a question that I want to address here. Someone said, if I have 8.0 in IELTS writing, what will be the equivalent in the PTE? If you have 8.0 in IELTS writing, the equivalent in the PTE will be 79. Going by the old score, it will not be 84, which the new score says, because the new score is not in use yet. Okay, so going by the original or the old score that PTE academic has, it means you have to score 79 in the PTE for you to say is equivalent to 8.0 in the writing. I hope this is going to help you, and can share this video to anyone so that they can see the PTE score, how it aligns with the IELTS score, especially when your schools, universities or the migration department, they are requesting for these scores. Now this brings me to the end of this video. Please, there's a thanks button close to the subscribe button or close to the share button. You can support your girl on this YouTube field. I've been meaning to talk about the thank you button, but I keep forgetting. So you can click on the thank you button. Remember to support me here. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button. It's free. And turn your bell notification, because your girl does videos every week. Remember to follow me on Instagram at English_prep class and on Facebook at English Prep Class. Send me questions, drop questions you want me to answer. Follow me, see the scores of people that are doing well, and see what 1 or 2 things you can learn from my Instagram page. I'll see you guys. Bye.